Welcome back, everyone, to our morning devotion. Today, our topic is I Will Be Real. That's what Dad wrote on his list of things that he was going to do today. And of course, Dad was a very real person, very genuine. And I love that. And I love the scripture that is here. It says in Psalms 51, 10 through 11, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. This is, of course, a passage of scripture that David wrote when he was confessing his sin, repenting of his sin, of the adulterous affair with Bathsheba, and then, of course, the murder of her husband. And David had concealed that, hid that, and then it was finally revealed because the prophet of God came, and he was just now being real. And I think that's so important, to just be real, take responsibility, but also to really just be transparent. First of all, before God. I mean, what good does it do to try and tell God a lie? He knows everything about us. We also have to be real to ourselves, because I do believe the most convincing liar that we'll ever face is ourselves. We tell ourselves lies all the time, and really take a look at yourself and don't lie about the things that you need to change, the things that you need to rearrange, about your faults and your failures. No one likes to own up to the faults and the failures that we may have in life, but we do all have them. And so it's important to be real. And then it's also very important to be real to others, to be genuine to others. The book of Romans is an amazing book. It is full of doctrine. Many people say that it is the apex of the New Testament doctrine. And Paul wrote this incredible letter, and I love the book of Romans. But one of my favorite parts is when he is through with all of the doctrine, through with all the teaching, and you get to chapter 12, and those first 12 verses of Romans chapter 12, he's just telling you to be real. I love how he talks about don't being arrogant. He talks about if you say that you love someone, really love them, and so on and on there. And I would just encourage you sometime today, maybe take a few moments and read through Romans chapter 12. Now, Jesus in his ministry, and I'll kind of wrap up with this, he was confronted by a lot of people, many of them religious leaders. And Jesus, as he looked upon them, he saw that they were not being real. They were wearing masks, or they were dressing themselves in a certain way. He made a couple of references. He says, the outside of the bowl, you make sure that it's really clean, but the inside is just, it's horrible how dirty it is. He also said on the outside, you look like whited sepulchres. In other words, a monument for someone that had died, and it was painted white, and it's really beautiful. But he said on the inside, you're just full of dead men's bones. And he was telling them, you're being fake, you're being false, and we sure don't want to be that way. So I'm just encouraging you today on this 8th day or 9th day of our 21 days of prayer and fasting. Just be real to God, be real to yourself. Take a good look in the mirror today and ask yourself, what lies have I been telling myself? And then the third thing is, be real to others. God bless you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.